What's up? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Servida, and today I'm going to teach you guys about 808s. My friend Ian from the Kit Plug hooked me up with a bunch of sounds, so we're going to use those today. And let's use a sample to speed this up a bit. Ooh, it's like a Halloween thing. Yeah, we're using that. Let's just use. It's a little spooky. Export. Mmm. 2, 3, 4. Let's just draw this in to beef up the sample a bit. I'll get these. Oh. I'm dying. Let's try something weird. Let's do this. Okay, yeah. Yeah, this should be good. So let's talk about the 808s now. So the 808 is not a drum, it is a melodic instrument, and like all your melodic instruments, they should be in key. So this is the 808 sample I'm using. And we want to tune this to C because everything else is tuned to C. So an easy way to check if it's in tune is go to Edit, and then go here and go Detect Pitch Regions. This says it's F2 right now. So if it's in F right now, we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 semitones down to get to C. Like this. So that's the easy way to do it. Personally, if I was you guys, I would just play a note on the piano and ear it out, because that's good ear training. So we just have it repeat, and then we can just find the note. So now that our 808 is in tune, we have to do a bit of music theory. So now that our bass is in key, it's time to figure out what notes we're gonna play. So the first thing we gotta do is figure out what the chords we're playing. So in this sample, it goes C minor, D major, G minor. So you have a lot of options when it comes to what notes you want to play, but it's best to stick to the notes in the chord. So obviously that would mean the more chords you have, the more movement you have in your bass. If you really want a good understanding of bass lines, you have to understand what the root note is. The root note is the first note of the chord. So if I'm playing C minor, D major, and G minor, the root notes are C, D, and G. Also, don't get it confused that the root note is the bottom note. So this is G minor, even though the D is in the bass, we'd still be playing G. Now the reason I'm telling you about the root note is because it's the strongest note harmonically. For example, if I play a G over a C minor, it sounds like this, and it doesn't sound as strong as this. This has more stability. So I suggest you play the root notes on the really strong downbeats, and on the weaker beats, you can play the rest of the notes in the chord. And you can use notes outside of the chord as long as they're in the same key. So let's say I'm doing this. So this B flat isn't in D major, but it's in the C minor scale. It's best not to hit it on a downbeat like this, but you can use it as a passing tone. Personally, when I place down my 808s, I like to put it on top of the kick so it has that initial punch. I'm using a long sample so that we can do slides later. And the problem is it might bleed into other parts because this part is in C minor and this part is in D major, and we have a sample right here. So it's gonna bleed into the next bar. So what I like to do is I put another note and I turn the velocity all the way down. It's kind of like a ghost note, and it just turns it off. So this 808 line is pretty much as simple as it gets, but like I said before, there's a lot of notes in your chords and in your scale that you can use as well. So let's bedazzle this up a bit. So I'm gonna do a couple slides. I know that they're a bit difficult in other DAWs, but in FL Studio they're really simple. So all I have to do is click this button. So this note is where the note's gonna slide to, and the length is how long it's gonna take to get there. So example, so if I have a note that's down here and I make it this long, it's gonna take the whole duration of the note to get there. Unless I have it right here and it'll slide immediately. So I'm gonna put a slide here down an octave. And I'm gonna put another slide here. And I'm gonna make it quicker at the D. So now we're in D major. I'm gonna put the root notes down. This is a weak beat, so I'm gonna put the third in, and I'm gonna have it slide to the fifth right here. And this is all still following the pattern of the kick drum. I'm gonna have a third that slides down to the root, back to the fifth, back to the third, Let's do a big pitch slide here. So I'm gonna have it like that, slide, and we're gonna make it long. And the last thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a little cut here, and I'm gonna turn that note off. So in case I don't wanna have 808s for the next 4 bars, it won't bleed over. To keep this interesting, I'm gonna make another 4 bars in this pattern. Okay, so this is the full 808 pattern. To do is a bit of mixing, and you have to play this one by ear. If you have a really great 808 sample, there's no need to mix it. So if you want some more body into your 808s, all you have to do is put some saturation or distortion. I'm gonna put a bit, and once again, you're just doing this by ear. Distortion adds a lot of the higher frequencies in your 808, so if you don't want that, make sure you EQ those out. And the last thing we have to do is a bit of side chaining. So what side chaining is when one thing gets louder, the other one gets quieter. So I'm going to side chain this 808 to this bass drum because I've been layering them on top of each other this whole time. So right now there's nothing on it. And now I'm going to turn the threshold down and the ratio up. And don't be afraid to change keys. So obviously this tone is a lot clearer than this. So if I had a melody that went all the way down here, don't be afraid to move the song up a few keys so that it sounds better. So that's all the tips I have for you guys, so let's finish up the song. Watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. The full beat is in the description. Once again, big thank you to the Kit Plug for sponsoring this video. They have a lot of free downloads on their website, so you should definitely check them out. Make sure you comment below what tutorial you want to see next, and I'll see you guys soon. If you have any suggestions, leave a comment. If you like this video, leave a like. If you really like this video, subscribe. If you didn't like this video, leave. Just leave. Get out of here.